Tricia, I don't know if it was you, I mean, this goes back several years, it may have been David Yandell, who I believe we had a conversation that you had some system, that the agency had some system in place to know if a person had a delay that was corrected, that it was, that basically you found out that he was good to go. Do you have any way, if a person is delayed and eventually you say the delay is not justified, you should have the bill, do you have any way of making a note that that happened?
I'm not sure I understand.
Okay.
That's a good point. So if they go back by second,
Right.
and that should be corrected in our own database and stored there. Is that correct, sir?
That's exactly what.
So, and Dave can chime in there, when someone's delayed and we research it as an Oregon record, we validate it, then of course we're responsible for the Oregon record. So we can update that, and that should negate them being delayed again, although we know that does happen sometimes. If they were delayed for an out-of-state record and you know, we can't update that record, we call it our research database. We will put a note in there and that will pop up to staff.
That this has been resolved?
Yes,
okay.
and so Oregon law lets us keep that information for up to 5 years.
Well, you're going to keep it all for 5 years. Your
We
department
were-
chooses to delete it after 10 days.
Correct.
Because that's
Yes.
what we're told.
Yes,
The reason I
absolutely.
ask you this is because, as you know, our club has an FFL. We sell guns to our members. We have one member who is a local businessman, operates a multi-million-dollar business, is delayed every single time he buys a gun. Now, is that just legitimate?
I would have to,
I
we would
can't
have to
even,
look at that.
yeah, that's a hard one to know. It can, I mean, if you want to offline and give us his name or his contact information, we can look into why that would be, that doesn't make sense.
Well, as almost the answers from Captain Fulgate, this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense, a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, in that case, I don't know if chronic, I don't know what the definition of chronic is, because you have two examples. More times, I hear that someone is delayed, and then a couple days later, they'll go to another dealer.
And be approved.
And, well, no, they'll actually be delayed again, and they'll want to know why they're delayed again. It's because they should be delayed until we have it completed. So I don't have numbers on that. But in a case like that, where someone is delayed every single time,
I would like to.
yeah, I definitely.
You give me a business card, I think I can make that.
You bet. But we can have both of them. I'm sure you don't mind.
Most of your